So previously on this extra spooky episode of Roll Over and Die, we met 5 brand new characters. So we have Thifty, the Goblin Rogue, and we've got Bromp, the Bugbear Fighter. We have Vess Coalcutter, the Kobold Warlock, and then we have Gur the Manslayer, the Hobgoblin Necromancer, and we have Gorza Battleaxe, the full Orc Barbarian. Now they start off in their camp whilst they were interrogating a bunch of dwarves that they had captured, learning that the Gorza's and Bromp's arch nemesis was leading a caravan of Goliaths on the other side of the Shadowmounts. Learning where they were, they decided to take the mine shafts down underneath the Shadowmounts, out the other side to intercept this caravan. Along their way, they found this completely smoothed out square corridor where this gelatinous cube had been lying in wait. They managed to shout into a hole their way through, completely obliterating this creature, and getting into this giant cavern where they met Drew, the crying thumb man, that they viciously mocked into shame and really just berated him back into the depths of the caverns.
I loved him.
And that's
Jim loved him as well.
That's pretty much where we ended up. So that's over with. Let's get ready to roll over and die. We start off this extra spooky episode of Roll Over and Die with all 5 of you in a minecart together, whisking away through the Duragar mine shafts. Now, who's going to be controlling the brake? Is he on the brake?
Yeah.
Well, that's basically the speed at which you're going. Yeah. And we need someone on lookout as well, because the brake is at the back. Because some fool designed this minecart.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Can we just put it on backwards?
Is it maybe you're just like going backwards?
How dark?
The light is on the backside, which is strange.
I got
Okay,
dark
I'm doing
vision.
it.
Backside?
I'm doing it.
All right.
So you're basically reversing your way through the mine shafts.
I'll do it.
Yep. No, I heard you. It's fine.
I'm trying to battle him.
Oh, okay.
I'll do it.
Okay, you do it. So well, you both could be on lookout if you want to be.
He's not going
No
to
one
be.
can stop you unless you forcibly put your hand over his eyes.
I do that.
Okay. So there's a long chain of people just putting their hands over our eyes. So whilst these two are looking out, you're operating the brake. What do you two want to do with your time spent? It's actually quite a lengthy roller coaster ride. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to get through the Shadowmounts.
I'm sharpening
3
my,
hours.
Yeah.
I'm sharpening my axe and not making conversation.
Like casually as you're
Yep.
shing,
Yep.
shing, got sparks
As cool as I
everywhere.
can. I'm
Yeah.
not making a conversation with a single person.
Okay.
I'm sat behind us, smelling her hair.
Okay. As wind's whipping into her hair, it's just like smacking your face.
Every now and then headbutting.
Okay.
Sorry.
What, her head?
Headbutting me.
Yeah, because you know obviously we're going around like
I
that.
punch him in the face.
Okay. That happens. Gur the Manslayer and I've forgotten your Jim. Of course.
Spanky Jim.
Jim
Sorry, it's been a week.
around.
Yeah, Jim. What are you and Jim doing inside the minecart? It's quite
Oh.
it's quite cozy. It's quite cozy to sit in here.
Is it? Well, it
Are
depends if
people
it's
looking?
Jim's choice.
This is why I'm looking at my axe.
Also, you know, when I said I wanted to be on the lookout, I don't want to look out.
You're looking out of the minecart rather than what's going on inside the
I
minecart.
don't
So,
want to know.
yeah,
I spent a lot of spell slots in that first hour.
sure.
If I
Sure
take
you
a
did.
short rest, would I gain any back?
Actually, you would. You'd get arcane recovery. As being a wizard, you would get a certain amount of your spell slots back. I can look that
I'd
up
like
in
to
a
take
sec.
a little nap.
Sweet. You can all mark off a short rest on your character sheets.
Short
So,
rest. Short rest.
Gorza, you can mark off a short rest on your character sheets.
I don't know if I get anything.
Take a short rest.
There you go.
Do I tick anything?
Job
Recover
done.
or fighter?
Do I reset maximum hit points?
Did you get any hit points?
Only on no. Sure. Oh, you can roll your hit dice if you've taken damage as well.
Oh, right. So I'll press 1 on there.
Well, I didn't get any spell slots back.
Okay.
Let's have a look at your character sheet.
1d10 plus 1.
Should be features and traits. Arcane recovery. Arcane recovery. Here we go. If you click on features and traits,
Yep. Sorry.
all, and it's got arcane recovery. You can click that.
Ooh. That says
Up to a
for
campaign.
long rest.
You get it back after a long rest,
Got
but you
it.
can use it right now.
I use it right now.
Did it?
Right.
Take short rest.
Wait.
I rolled my hit dice
Yes.
and I rolled
an old one,
an
I
8.
Oh.
Yep.
But I've only lost 2 hit points.
Okay, so you're back up to full.
Okay.
You
That's
can
fine.
choose extended spell
I've got
slots to
mine then.
recover after
Fine,
come
that's
9,
fine.
level of 3, and none of the slots can be 6th level or higher.
Timothy.
So I get to mark off
You clicked on a short rest.
Short rest.
Do you need more hit points back?
2.
Yeah, because I've
Roll your
fixed
hit dice.
I did, so I've got 7.
Yeah.
Plus 1.
Okay.
It's 8. What do I do now? Reset maximum.
Hmm?
Reset maximum.
Yes. Yeah, if you're back up to full, then yes, do. So everybody good with everything they've got? Spell slots back, hit points back. Everyone
Yeah.
happy?
It's not coming out with hit points.
Oh.
So I just add them on automatically.
Yes. Pop them back in.
Just got to pop it back in.
Pop it back in.
Just got to bubble it in.
Groovy. Yeah, so you and Jim, what are you up to? Oh, you're having a snooze for an hour?
I'm just taking a little nap.
Yeah.
And Jim's protecting me.
Okay. He's on the lookout, standing, like, straddling your prone form as you're taking a bit of a...
Straddling your
My
prone
prone
form.
Yeah, because you're just laying down like that, chillaxing, and he's just standing, feet
She
either
is a
side of your
slut.
thigh.
Did I raise a slut from the dead?
So
My slut skeleton?
you have to go to war with the tools that you're given.
Which is Jim
The slutty bone
Jim my bone bud.
Yep. Good times had by all.
In my head, I swear you lot keep saying Bone Daddy.
Bone daddy. That's me.
Don't call yourself the Bone
I'm-
Daddy.
Grr, the man slaying bone daddy.
No. Move on.
Damn
move
it.
on.
Don't start this
Sorry.
again.
That's all I can hear you lot saying. I told you,
Bone
I'm still
Daddy.
in
Bone
love it.
daddy. I'm gonna say that just incrementally throughout the rest of this
Stop
episode.
saying
I'm a
bone daddy.
Bone daddy.
Ancestor
Bone
is here and
Daddy.
he's a child.
Yeah. You can't say it in front of aspects of it.
Bone dead.
To
Cover
be
your
fair,
ears,
he's got-
Master.
He's got...
Your name is Assmaster.
yeah.
It's true. He was found butt naked on the floor.
Okay. So you're zooming through the Duragar mines
I do not
on
use
the
the brake
minecart.
ones.
You don't... Okay, awesome.
I didn't open my eyes once.
What are you up to?
I stand up with my hands in the air.
Like you just don't care.
In a mine shaft. Is that safe?
So I'd like you, first of all, to do three consecutive... What would it be?
Butterby.
Let's do a straight dexterity check 3 times.
Dexterity.
Yeah. Are you trying to control the minecart by not using the brake?
18.
18, you're fine.
16.
You're fine. 22, yeah, fine. By not touching the brake once, you just make super good time. You get there
There you go.
30 minutes early. Win with a happy face. I want you to do, Bromp, a dexterity saving throw.
Just standing like this.
His
Yeah.
head's gonna get chopped off.
Yep.
No, it's not.
22.
So as you're zooming through the Underdark, at the very last second, you see this protruding rock zooming towards your face, but you definitely drop to your knees as it zooms overhead. And you just feel it like brushing your like protruding ears as you're narrowly.
Bigger as it is.
Yeah, the bugbear's got quite big ears as you limbo your way underneath this rock.
Limbo.
That's not all I can do.
What else could you
Where's
do?
your accent? Where's your accent?
It's gone. I felt offensive towards Khalil. So,
I really could not care less.
oh man, right. That's not.
Oh man.
It's not all I can do.
I don't even look up from
That
it.
does sound like me.
Everybody limbo. Everybody limbo.
That's my catchphrase too.
And you are ejected
Yeah.
out into the daylight on the eastern side of the Shatter Mounts, and you start the minecart itself peels away from you. All 6 of you are tumbling in midair, and you just hit a fresh mountain stream. You all get plunged into water on the
In
opposite
water?
side. Yes.
Melting.
And Bess washes away into the pure
Oh,
spring stream.
Nice knowing you.
When you pop your heads out of the stream, it's a completely different view than you're used to on the crater side. The crater side is all dull greys, sharp rocks, and constant cloudy, overcast days. On this side, brilliant blues, The sun's shining down on you.
This is where the other
there's-
half live.
Grass,
It's
as far as the eye can
disgusting.
see from the base of the mountain onwards. Look at there's crisp, snow-capped peaks.
It's horrible.
Oh,
Fresh,
man.
super fresh, crisp air everywhere.
I just want to shit all over it.
Oh, give me back to the dirt.
You sound like a little
Oh man. Just
I do say that all the time.
shit all over it.
it's like a unicorn just puked.
Jim looks at you.
A unicorn's what I have for breakfast. Man, it's disgusting.
Okay, so you pull yourselves out of the stream.
So evil.
Sudden, wet and cold in the crisp air. You figure, well, you need to find that caravan now.
You remember?
We need to go find that caravan now.
Yeah, in your quarry is out there.
You sound like
The
you're in
quarry is up there.
you're in an aftershave advert. trying to go on a life journey.
Got my main. Sorry.
The main man. Oh,
Oh no, I'm not just doing that as my character. That's weird.
so you know that Nantek Shieldshatter Dronaanojanii.
You're just saying words now.
Yeah, Nantek Shieldshatter Dronaanojanii. That's this only son of Cathor Treebreaker Dronaanojanii.
The sister to Jim Dronaanojanii.
Yeah, and Carl Dronaanojanii. No, that's not true.
Slit her throat.
Well, his. Nantek
His.
is male.
Yeah,
Cathor
well.
is female. Cathor is the one that felled you. But Nantek is her only son, and you know that he is heading up this caravan. Now, you've got to try and figure out in this foreign land how you're going to find this, these wagons pretty much in the middle of nowhere. You don't know where Astrakhan is. You don't know where Kantankan, which is where they're going to, is either. How are you going to figure this out? What skills are you going to use to get your way there?
Anybody track anything?
Oh, I have. How? Okay.
Oh!
Oh, I
have
know
track
where
wagon.
they are.
I have Dronaanojanii sense.
I've got them on by my friend. I have criminal contact.
Hmm.
You have a reliable and trustworthy contact who acts as your liaison to a network of other criminals. You know how to get messages to and from your contact, even over great distance. Specifically, you know the local messengers, corrupt cavern masters, and seedy sailors who can deliver messages for you.
Interesting. So you're going to start looking for a settlement. See if you can find if a caravan, like a troop had passed through here recently, or any criminals are in the local area. That kind of thing.
It says you know how to get a message to and from your contact, even over great distances. How would that be?
So that would be like going to somewhere like like a port.
Yeah.
People who are okay to do like unscrupulous things for cash. You say like give this message to XYZ at ABC Port.
.com.
Yeah, .com. And you'll I don't know what that was. And you'd be like, yeah, deliver this message to that person, and then you'll be able to get like messages all over the countryside. It's a lengthy process because
Okay.
you know it's
It would
however
take
long.
time. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not like
And you've gone through the entire like the shatter mounts at this
Okay.
point, so you are
so
many
right
hundreds
now,
of miles
that
from
will
where you're.
probably not help us.
But using your like criminal wiles, you may be able to get some information out of the less scrupulous people of this side.
Let's go find some.
I have a plan.
So
you have
plan
a plan?
Bess.
I think that no, they're not ready.
Hmm.
No, I can't. I'm hungry.
What?
Do you have any food? Does anyone have any food? I said they're not ready.
I don't know about this plan.
Food? Anyone
up
have
with
any
our,
food?
No one has any food.
I have rations.
There you go.
May I have some, please?
I can have a bit.
Whoa.
Oh, is it time for snacking or is it time
Let's
for doing?
let's go.
What's
find
with the
some
talking to yourself? I don't know why I'm going a bit southern.
Again.
What's with the darn tootin' talking to yourself?
What's with the smelling of her hair?
You
She's
smelling
hot.
my hair again?
No. Yeah.
Anyway,
full.
I need your rations, please.
What are you going to give me in return?
Your rations, please.
No.
Can I use friends on her?
Technically, yes. Do a charisma saving throw.
Charisma. Where is it? Oh, 9.
you consider Vess to be like your bestest friend ever.
Oh
You-
my
you
god,
can't-
take it. Just have it all.
You can't do enough
you.
for Vess at the moment. Your besties.
I just go and stand really close to her.
Okay,
I take one step away.
I take one step closer.
okay.
I'm
And this
disgusted.
happens for the next minute as until Friends wears off. Or unless you want to dismiss it early.
It's fine. I'll let her enjoy the moment while
Okay.
it lasts.
What are your guys' plans? Gorza, Gur, Bromk.
I just start walking in the direction of where people might be.
You just pick a direction and just go.
Mhm.
Gur?
I'm actually with her on this.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Smelling
Do you
her.
two tag on by
In
virtue?
ways of me.
So what are we gonna do now?
You've got a puppy.
I'm just playing with my hair. I'm
I
not
start
like-
playing with your hair as well.
And 1 minute later, you come to your senses and realise that Vess has cast a spell on you to manipulate you to get your rations.
Oh my god.
I don't speak to her.
Okay.
I walk away.
Because I'm quite tiny, I look up at you and go,
Yeah, there's about like a foot
I got the
difference, even
food.
though you're like 3.5 feet tall and she's like 2.5 feet tall.
I look down on her.
Let's find out with a random roll where you guys end up. Okay. So you just head straight down the mountainside. You follow the stream all the way down there, and eventually you hit a small like, hamlet, maybe bordering on a village size, and it's got one of those water wheels for a mill. And it looks like they are like mostly a deforestation type town, where they are. Their main export seems to be timber. They use the mill to sort up the logs that they chop down and sell it on. It looks mostly like a halfling populated village. As you approach, you hear the sounds of singing coming from the local
Oh my
tavern.
gosh. It's disgusting.
This is horrible. I don't want to be here for any longer than we have to.
Who wants to go in and kill some halflings?
I agree.
Yeah.
half.
Halflings.
Just figure out where
Halflings.
the Gemma is.
Jimma Jamma.
I think one of
Be
these.
on our way.
Let's grab a couple, take them away, talk to them, get us what we need, and then kill them.
Do it. Let's do it.
So as you're approaching town, there's a halfling couple. They look to be in their 50s, 60s, salt and pepper grey hair, rosy red cheeks, and they're approaching you arm in arm. They look like they've been together for quite a while, and the woman is cradling a big basket of apples. And when they see you five approaching, they wave to you, and they both smile, really happy smiles. And the woman says, "Hey, would you like to buy some apples?"
I
From
take
me?
an apple and put it in her mouth.
Okay. Roll an acrobatics check. It's a big apple in a small mouth.
16. 17.
17. Yeah, you cram it right into her mouth, and
That's better.
the man's hat falls off.
The man's hat falls
Yes.
off. Related.
He is that aghast, shocked at what's happened. His eyebrows raise so violently that it knocks his cap off.
I take the cap and I put it on.
Okay.
What?
I have the hat now.
That's my cap.
It's mine now.
No, that's theft. That is.
I
Give it back.
tip
Nope.
the box of apples so they all fall over.
That's really mean.
Just believe them.
I pick one apple up.
Okay.
I pick a second apple up and I juggle. I don't actually like a lot of people, but I like what she's doing, so I also take one of the apples I'm juggling with.
Yeah.
Stuff it in his mouth.
Okay.
While the other one I'll keep one hand.
Okay.
Throwing that in the
Roll a performance check to juggle first of all.
Oh shit. 21.
You adeptly juggle these apples, and then roll an acrobatics check to pop it in his mouth.
12.
It's enough. You mostly just are forcing it into his face at that point, and they start like coddling each other, cowering away from you, and scraping what few apples they've got left up into the upturned box, and they shuffle away back up the road and away from town. Okay, and they hurry up when you hiss at them.
I think we're making friends.
Inside the town is a lumber village, so everything's sort of low-slung houses, all wooden, single-story. But there is one 2-story tavern where the music is coming from. And you see like a couple of sort of younger-looking halflings stumble out from the tavern, obviously inebriated on cider.
Cider.
And they give you a haughty wave, and they stumble off back, presumably back home.
Everyone here is too friendly.
I can't be here much longer.
No, man.
We need them to tell us where this thing they're looking for is.
Yeah.
You're looking
I'm
for it.
gonna go find a local
You're
messenger.
looking for it too, right?
Mhm.
We should
Have
make.
we-
We
Um,
should make the
I
music
just can't
stop.
remember.
I'm gonna.
Where would you like to
Make
find
the
them?
music stop.
Yeah,
Where
I agree.
local messengers tend to hang out.
So this place is like a village, so it's quite small. Hasn't really got like a trading post here per se. You imagine that probably a lot of the business in town
Yeah.
that isn't lumber related probably ends up happening at the local meeting place, which is the tavern.
Okay.
So if you're going to find, if you're going to find a messenger anywhere, it'll be inside.
Yeah. I'll go inside
I'm gonna stealth.
Inside where?
the tavern.
The tavern.
Is that where the singing's coming from?
Yes.
Make the music
yeah,
stop,
let's go in there and
please.
stop
Okay.
it.
Go.
Yeah, I'm going into.
Cool. Yeah, so you all bust in. And it's like the opposite of what happens in Western movies, where the music stops and everybody turns to look at you. As soon as you open the doors, it's just a cacophony of laughter, singing, and music. And a couple of the serving people that are working here look up at you. You have to duck, especially you. Have to duck to get in here. It's really built for halflings, so the ceilings are about 5.5 feet tall.
How tall are halfling?
Halflings are about 3.5 feet tall.
So taller than me.
Yes.
So I can just like.
You two are absolutely fine. You have to stoop a little bit. You have
do
to
that
like really
anyways.
crick your neck down, like that.
I'm 7'4".
You're 7'4", so you have to curl up into a ball, and just roll around.
Yeah.
Roll around.
Yeah. But Jim, he's fine. He just like
Bowling in.
It's
all right.
just bowling in.
yeah, he just sachets his way in.
Forget that he's here.
He's got a bit of swagger on him.
What's going on in the
As you
tavern?
should.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in the tavern?
So there's,
It's
there's people
bicycle.
playing like stringed instruments in one corner, all listening to having some kind of like folk jam. There's people eating like meat pies and apple pies and drinking jugs of cider, singing, laughing. People behind the tavern serving that kind of thing.
I'm gonna go up to the people playing the music.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick up what sort of stringed instruments.
It's like a banjo-looking thing, a lyre, which is like a small harp, that kind of thing.
I'm gonna use the harp like those little egg cutter things from like the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that, and I'm just gonna literally just pick it up and go down on top of this.
Okay, roll to hit. To cheese grate this small halfling.
I've never been more attracted to you.
It's an improvised weapon, so just your strength.
My strength is 21.
Yeah, you absolutely hit them. Do 1d4 plus your strength damage.
You are gonna cheese grate this. Halfling.
6.
Yeah. So he's just like a normal musician type. You grab his small harp from him, and he goes, "Oh, by all means, you have a go." And you just push it into the guy's face,
Oh.
and it just digs into him, and he starts screaming until you just push him down onto the floor.
I'm looking at you the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So the camera's just on Bromp. And
camera?
the camera, yeah, I'm just saying the scene. If this indeed was, if
There are
indeed this
cameras?
was like a movie or a TV program, the televisual programs that people watch these days, and it's just like sprays and screams like people are running behind him out of focus, and it's just jet after jet of improbable amounts of blood coming up.
I would like to throw a javelin at the banjo to sort of javelin it out of his hands.
Okay, roll to hit.
Oh, 7 plus.
This puts into context us feeling like the bad guys in the other campaign.
7 plus 5.
12 is enough to hit a random halfling guy. Yeah.
Just the banjo out of his hands.
Okay.
But I don't really care if it hits him.
Yeah. It grazes him, but yeah, you do obliterate the banjo. and just like pin the remains
Has
to the
the
wall with the
music
javelin.
stopped?
Yes, it has. It replaced by screams.
That's all I
I've
wanted.
achieved all I needed.
People are just flocking to get out. They're like giving you like a huge wide berth as they're just running, exiting
I
from this
want to
building.
pick any one of them as they're on the way out and just pick them up.
Okay, roll an athletics check. You have to beat a 2.
18.
Yep, you just grab a halfling by the scruff of their neck and lift them up, and their little feet are still running, and his little arms are still pumping. But you got him by his shirt.
Such an
I
evil
kill
tackle.
I turn to her and say, throw him to me, and I get my morning star out.
Oh my god.
I
I'm
like
gonna,
literally winding it up.
I'm
Grim.
gonna throw him across.
Okay,
the-
yeah, it's
And-
easy enough. You don't have to do any kind of check. Roll to hit.
It's awful.
I feel like this is
Alright,
getting
we're-
awkward.
Is this-
We should leave these two here.
18. Sorry, 19.
Hey, yeah,
We're
roll,
going to
roll
get
your damage.
revenge on somebody that murdered your guys' people, right? Like just going around and murdering people, just to be clear.
I was gonna get information out of him, but I'm not
I
gonna.
look forward
have-
to
Oh my
having this coming to murder.
Yeah, you just
Full everything.
yeah, you
eight,
just
8
with your
plus.
morning star, you just fold this little halfling up like a piece of paper.
Yeah.
This is horrific.
You just send him hurtling over the bar, and it just hits the glassware on the back, shattering it, and he just lands in a wet mess.
Oh man!
Behind the
Did
bar.
you see that?
I think he's fine.
That's a lot of respect for you.
Mm. By this time, pretty much everyone's like escaped. There's a couple of people still like cowering in the corners, but yeah, about sort of like 30, 40 halflings have run out of this bar.
I'm gonna sneak up to one of the people that's cowering.
Yep.
Do I know the name of the caravan that we're trying to find?
No,
So we know
it
what
hasn't got a
it's
specific name for the
I don't
the
even
train
feel
of
like we
wagons.
want objective
The only name that you've got is Nantek
Nantek.
Shieldshatter Dronaanojanii.
Okay. I- Creep up to them so they don't see me come in.
Okay,
And
roll a
then-
stealth check.
This is like a.
27.
Yes, they do not see you coming.
And then just in that ear, I just go, tell me where Nantek is.
They immediately just sweat pouring out of them as they go white when they hear your rasping voice in their ear, little goblin voice. And we don't know where a Nantek Dronaanojanii is.
What about Nantek Shieldshatter Dronaanojanii?
Dronaanojanii?
We're in the Dronaanojanii.
Oh, yeah.
Jumanji.
We're in Jinmanji.
I think they're up at Astrakhan, up the slopes.
Where's Astrakhan?
We're about 20 miles up the slopes,
And they,
northwest from here.
as in the way that we just came from.
No, you just came down from.
Okay.
I don't know where you came from. But the DM tells me that you came down the slopes, like just up from
Okay.
behind there. We just need to go northwest.
Ask
Northwest.
him
Little
what
bit.
a DM is.
What's the DM?
Oh, it's one of our most potent ciders that we got here.
Suspicious.
Can we go?
Yep.
Okay, they scuttle out.
I'm gonna grab a glass of that DM on the way out.
Okay, go on.
Full glass of DM.
Hey, DM, would you like a mug
Yeah.
with that?
Please.
I'm gonna
That's
kick
fine.
one of them up the butt as it leaves.
Okay.
Stop
Up the
kicking people
butt.
in the butt.
Up the butt.
Why not on the butt?
Okay.
What's Jim doing?
Interchangeable.
Roll
Where's Jim?
It's like going in its butt.
an roll
It's
an
Jim,
athletics.
isn't
What?
it?
You're gonna kick him in the
no,
butt?
up the butt is a phrase.
Yeah,
Jim-
literally.
kick someone up the
Roll
butt.
athletics
Really?
check.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a new one to me.
16.
16.
Who's doing?
You lodge your
She's
foot
kicking somebody
firmly up
in the
this little
butt.
half
You
butt
lodge your foot up its butt.
Yeah, but not literally.
and just launch it out of the window.
Nice.
This place is now clear.
Is Jim near me?
Yeah, I mean, he's just hanging around with Gur.
Oh.
Gur hasn't told him to do anything, so.
I'm gonna get some of the flesh from the little halfling that I've killed and just start kind of sticking
Leave
it
Jim
on.
alone.
Stick it on Jim.
Don't.
Okay,
Jim doesn't
you just
want
drape
this.
some
You still got
meat.
acid
I
on
think
him.
on Jim.
You're a monster.
Yeah.
No, Jim's a monster now.
You can go flirt with
Jim is a
them.
I
victim.
know what it means after you.
He is a victim here.
So Jim's got some new clothes.
Gosh, great.
Man, he looks
Jim.
so cool.
Jim.
Man, he's
embarrassing.
sweet. Man.
Stop wasting time with your bone buddy and let's go.
Let's go northwest.
Bone daddy.
It's just
Me
totally-
wasting time.
Hey, Bone Daddy. Hey, Bone Daddy, let's go, man.
Bone Daddy, I forgot about
Jim puts his hands on his hips. Like he's got his new flesh.
that. So Jim's happy.
Just does this.
right. Well, as long as Jim's happy. Then,
Jim, you
Well, no,
look
he's doing it to
sick.
you. He's like, what do
Oh.
you think?
Yeah, just come on, Jim. Weirdo.
Made him again.
He shrugs, but he rattles when he does it.
Jim, you look sweet.
Gives you the finger guns.
I've already left.
You just left a gauze-shaped hole in the side of the building. Didn't even bother using the door. Just walk straight out of the
Yep.
building.
Let's do it. Let's steamroll it. Let's
Yeah.
go northwest.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys head northwest. It's about 20 miles, so it takes you a couple of days to get there. Well, you probably actually could plough that sort of furrow in about a day.
We plow that
We
furrow.
sure could plow that furrow.
I don't
We
plow
do.
any.
Well, no, you're just going
anything.
like as the crow flies, and you're just like not stopping for anything,
Plow.
straight
Plowing
forward.
crows.
That's the one. That's the one.
Jim.
Who's
Jim
taking?
is also there, plowing, presumably.
If you command him to, he will.
It's a good thing this is only a
Whatever
two-part
you want to
special.
use your bone buddy for, it's your business. But for
The
now,
bone daddy decides what happens with his bone buddies.
Why are you caressing the air?
It's a decree.
Or maybe
The
that's
bone daddy decrees.
bone daddy stuff.
okay.
I can't believe
You
this.
said bone daddy.
Stop sexually harassing Jim.
Again, Jim just decided to bend over randomly and then start slapping asses. Like, that is not what I told him to do. And then he just straddled me while I was trying to take a nap. Again,
You control
It's
him.
made in your
You're the one
image.
calling yourself the
Your
bone
image.
daddy.
it's too good of a name not to
He's
use.
just picking up on all of the signals you're giving him.
That I'm giving. Oh, Jim. Poor Jim.
Poor Jim.
Poor Jim.
So you you take a straight line towards where you were told to go. Who's taking point on this
Me.
adventure? Yeah, so you're just on point.
I don't know where I'm going, but yeah.
Why don't you roll a survival check for me, please?
19 plus 2, 21.
You eventually come across a trails of caravans. You see the wheels. You see multiple footprints. You think there's at least a dozen footprints in the snow, and you look about half a dozen caravans, half a dozen sets of wheels. You definitely think you're on the right track. By the looks of it, it's a fresh snow. You're probably no more than like an hour behind them.
Is it a yellow brick road?
No, it's white and snow and no road.
I still think it's the right place.
Is there anything in particular you want to prepare, knowing that you can be catching up in the next hour or so?
Can I go ahead and like scout out any people that are watching? See if the caravan has any like people dotted around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could definitely like break away from the group and start like scouting out ahead. Yeah. Anyone else want to do anything in preparation?
Oh,
You just want to just like march?
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much else I can do.
Jim gives you like a
With his empty eye sockets.
just puts his fingers like deep into his eye sockets, rattles them around a little bit, and then just points out.
Is he still wearing his new flesh?
Not now.
It's become like frozen chicken breast in the cool mountain air. It's just clinging to his rib cage.
Why is he doing that?
Oh, he's just doing that. Letting the bone daddy know that some trouble might be ahead.
Oh, that's what he's doing. Okay.
I thought he's like, I'm watching you.
Yeah, I thought. Bone Daddy does not approve.
I know. Your mother watches this.
Lynn, I'm so sorry.
We're all sorry.
I'm so
He
sorry.
made
This is
Jim.
just-
That's the most inappropriate
I'm
thing you
so
could say.
Also, Alice does control the cuts, so this will never make
Alice.
it out.
You've
And
never.
they'll never know.
We'll cleverly cut around it to make it look like someone
well,
else did it.
We'll keep on talking about it, so it has to stay in.
Hey, remember that time Alice thought that Jim was...
Yeah, well, I'm not going to take Jim's signals as a bone time.
thing.
I'm gonna take it as there could be danger up ahead because that's what that means.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's like looking.
Take signals however you want.
You're picking up what Jim's laying down. So I guess we'll do a. I'm gonna say survival check as well. Scout it out ahead.
18.
18. So you don't notice anyone that's broken away from the caravan. It doesn't look like they're sending scouts out. They look like to be in quite a tight formation, protecting the caravan proper. And as you walk over the next hour, roll a perception check because you're out in the lead.
20.
So you finally get a glimpse of them just over the horizon. Oh no, over the next lip, rocky outcropping, and you can see like the dark shapes of the caravan, and the sort of the grey, mottled grey, tall visages of Goliaths, like standing either side. You can see like it looks to be about a dozen of them guarding this caravan as they're rolling away from you.
Okay.
You found them.
Found them.
You found them.
How big are Goliaths?
Goliaths are about 7 feet tall.
All right, okay.
So not that tall.
Yeah, like half. They're basically half giants.
4 inches shorter than me. Let's do it. Can you stealth?
Yeah, I can stealth.
I think you and I should stealth.
Can you stealth?
Got good stealth.
Okay. I'm gonna keep walking up to them, and then how long will it take me to get there?
No, you can see them. You can be up against them in like 5-10 minutes.
Can I use assassinate outside of combat, like outside of initiative?
Let's double check what that does. Assassinate.
It says you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in the combat yet.
Yes.
And any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit.
Yes. So anything that's outside of initiative is considered to be surprised.
Okay.
Yeah. So as long as you sneak up on them, you just
I'm
stab
gonna
them in the neck.
Sneak up and just
Try and
cut their throat.
cut the throat, like the rear guard type of thing. Okay. Bromk, what are you doing?
So you've gone right up to the caravan.
Yeah, gone to the one of the.
Her intention is to do this.
The very
It
back.
depends how long you want to wait for her to get ahead, or if you want to go with her, or if you want to report back to the group, or whatever you want to do. Well, you're all together actually.
I'm with her.
You stay next to similar thing.
Just one at the back.
There's 2. There's 13 of them in total, and there's 6 caravans, and there's 2 Goliaths per caravan, and they're either side of each
I'm going on
caravan,
the opposite.
and there's one at the head.
So I'm going the opposite one to her,
Cool.
so we're flanking.
So Vess, Gur, Jim, and Gorza, what do you 4 want to do?
They're sneaking around.
Mm.
I don't know. Are you just gonna rage again? You're raging in.
I'm starting to feel the rage coming from seeing them.
Yeah.
You're gonna ruin my sneak.
You're getting flashbacks to when they just murdered your entire tribe.
Sorry, how many were
You
there?
better act fast.
Did I miss that?
13.
13.
How long is it going to take you to sneak?
About 5 minutes to catch up to them
Okay.
if you do it quietly. You have to go quicker than they are, but you also have to be very
But-
conscious about like not being seen.
I have boots of elvenkind on, so I make no sound.
True. So you're just like Legolasing your way over the top of the snow.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself and go stealthy with them, if I may.
Yes, you may. Vess, what do you want to do?
I don't really notice what's going on, and I am watching the sky.
Yeah.
And debating, arguing with myself.
Okay.
While playing with my hair, but I'm increasingly pulling my hair.
Yeah.
As I'm debating.
Cool. Gorza.
I'm going to look at the the teeth that I carry around with me.
Sure. Yep.
Okay. Sure.
You just reach into the pouch on the front of your like armor and just pull out a fistful of teeth.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a minute to think about how angry I am.
Yep.
And just get myself into a rage.
Okay. Just like, grip the teeth. Like blood starts pouring in between like your knuckles. Hits the white snow, staining it with blood red. And the eyes start getting bloodshot. Like, big veins appear on your neck.
I will mark
more
off
like
a
Bane.
rage.
Yeah.
I will mark off a rage.
And you just start running from behind.
Oh no, don't stop doing that before we do.
But I'm going to be like that for a minute.
Yeah.
For a few minutes.
So letting these
Yeah.
Jim, starts like freaking out a little bit, and starts like patting
What's the point, Jim?
patting
Hey,
the floor where you
this
were.
came in handy. That
He's
one
like
time.
he's like just patting the floor where you were.
I like that.
He's on his hands and knees, like scrabbling through the snow, like
What's
looking around.
What's he looking
Pensively.
for?
Can I
He
He
hasn't got
disappeared.
eyes.
can I find like a
Oh.
rock or something?
Yeah.
Can I just throw it at his head?
Yeah, roll to
Just,
hit.
like
What?
get his attention.
Roll to hit.
But you're invisible.
It's gonna be hit
Yeah,
by
but
a
he'll
rock.
see you guys.
He's not going to know that that's the signal from you.
No, he's freaking out from you. Disappearing.
I'm still gonna throw the rock at him. 5.
5. It just goes way over.
Well, I'm not.
It just silently hits the snow. Next to no sound. And he's just like smoothing the snow over with his hands
Snow
on his hands and knees, looking around.
Okay, well I'm invisible, so I'm gonna go back and get Jim.
Okay. I mean, you could just leave him to it if you want to.
No,
No. Okay.
I don't want to just leave him.
Meanwhile, you three, well, you're still standing in the same place that you were, next to Gorza, who's just like gripping teeth really hard in the hand.
She's gripping teeth. I'm
Yeah.
gripping my hand.
Yeah.
You're really weird.
I've got blood.
The bone man is on the floor, just digging his way into the snow.
I'm going to rub some of the blood on my face.
Okay. So we'll go to you first.
Yeah.
Why don't you both roll a stealth check for me, please?
$11.
13.
13. Let's find out how observant these Goliaths really are.
Oh, no.
Take it off.
So you try and silently step across the snowy tundra, following the trails in the snow,
They're going to kill us.
and you
Yep.
a couple of times you stop, you freeze as the Goliaths are like looking around. I don't think they've heard anything, but they're keeping very, very vigilant. You edge even closer, and they're constantly looking about, looking for danger, for enemies. And you get right up against both of them. They haven't noticed you. What do you want to do?
I'm going to take my dagger and just stab him in the side of the neck.
Roll to hit with
I
advantage.
Have advantage.
Yes.
So 12 plus
7? Is that right?
yes.
Yep. So it's 18. Or you can roll again. You might get a crit.
16.
16. That definitely
Plus.
hits.
7.
And you get your assassinate.
Yep.
So it's an automatic critical. Is that what?
Yeah.
Yep. And you've got surprise. So you do your. What are you using? Your short sword, your dagger, your.
My dagger.
Yeah. So roll 1d4 plus 6d6.
So 1.
Yep.
And then 66.
Yes.
2.
Mhm.
6.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
How many was that? 3.
12 overall.
No, was that 3 rolls?
Yeah, 3 rolls. Yeah.
6.
18,
3.
21,
6.
29, plus 1, 30, plus 3.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You just like silently leap onto this guy's back and just run your dagger from ear to ear. It cuts his vocal cords. It effectively tries to grab his throat and just falls to the ground, staining the snow with blood silently.
Perfect.
No one saw a thing. What do you do?
Blatantly will now.
Did you bring your cheese grater?
You silently cheese grate someone to death.
That's good.
I'm gonna have to use my morning star. Just
You throw it
yeah, just get up as close as possible and aim for the side of the head.
Okay.
Just straight up.
Wonk. Okay.
Sorry, what?
I was meant to say wonk. Wonk. My bad.
He said one.
You
Accidentally.
say wank.
I was trying to make like a
Sneak up
hollow.
behind him and wank. It's super effective.
Can't see it in the snowy tundra.
Jim!
Not again.
I meant to make a noise that sounded like a hollow head.
That's
Wank.
not what we
It's a hollow head, alright.
Anyway,
I
roll
was
to
waiting
hit
for it.
with advantage because he hasn't seen you.
There we go. With advantage.
With advantage. Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. 18 plus
18,
7.
yeah.
So, yeah.
That hits.
25.
Do your morning star damage?
This is surprise attack as well.
Yes, it is a surprise
Yeah.
attack.
So I'll hit that.
You hit that.
That's what Jim said.
So I get an extra 2d6 on top of this.
Yes, you do.
Where'd
So-
she come from?
Jim is sassy.
So 8 plus 6
That's 14.
plus, what was it? 2d6.
Mhm.
How did I
7.
get Jim into it?
21. So
You
with
mentioned this
slightly
one.
more sound, but still with as much lethal damage as your counterpart, you just cave the guy's head in, and as he keens over, you just catch him and just lay him down gently in the snow.
Yeah.
2 down, none the wiser.
They don't know yet.
No.
Nice. Well
Stealth
done.
attacks.
Am I, while that's happening, able to sneak round to the front of the caravan?
You'd have to take if you didn't want anyone to see you,
Yeah.
you have to take a really long arc all the way around because it's 6
okay.
caravans deep.
Sure.
And you've got 11 people to get past as well.
Okay.
I didn't just
But it's possible,
snipe
if that's what you want to
No,
do.
no, I've got a better
Totally
plan.
can.
It's fine.
We'll go back to these 3 then. Vess,
Mhm.
how's the chat into the sky going?
My whisper. What guy?
Sky.
I think it said guy.
Sorry.
Interesting.
How's chatting to this guy going?
Very well, actually.
Leave Jim alone.
God, can't take it anywhere.
Come here often as he's scrabbling in the snow.
sounds
Stop
like
it, Jim. I'm working.
Sort of tease Jim
You're drawing pictures of yourself.
inadvertently. But if you zoomed out, it would just say "grr" accidentally. Sorry.
My whisper
Yes.
arguing has turned louder.
Okay. So you're now shouting at the sky and pulling your hair.
I'm not shouting. Well, yes.
Yeah.
I'm shouting at the
you
sky.
could say
Yeah.
I'm shouting at the sky.
I was trying to work out where I would be directing this.
Yeah.
These shouts to.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yes, to the sky. That's not my action.
Okay. What is your action?
Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
Is there
I
any
think it's
way-
120 feet.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I can accidentally do this while
Yeah.
I'm shouting?
Yeah.
So I don't actually know. I'm not pointing it at anyone in specific.
Do you want it to target someone though?
Out of
Like, out of character.
Out of character.
Yes.
I don't actually care who it hits.
Okay,
I would
fair enough.
like for it to hit someone.
Okay.
In character.
Yeah. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Will you roll a d6 for me, please? 1, 2.
3, 4.
Just you're invisible, so one of you doesn't count.
Oh, good.
So
One of us is a skeleton.
yeah, you're 4,
Perfect
and then
couple.
the next 2 guards on in the caravan are 5 and 6. What did you get?
1.
A 1.
Oh.
Roll your damage. Oh no, roll to hit first.
You were doing so well, too.
You should have given me your rations the
Didn't you
first
have a
time.
Did you ever short
Just saying.
get hit points back?
7.
I've short rest
7
it.
plus 6, 13.
Didn't
That
give me
is not good enough to hit.
I don't hit you.
But it does create this huge screeing sound as this eldritch blast careens over the top of the caravans, immediately alerting all of the Goliaths to something untoward happening.
Jim!
Come on, Jim.
Jim! Meanwhile, BD, what are you doing?
BD.
I was getting back. Bone Daddy.
Oh.
Duh. I was getting back to Jim, my
Yeah.
bone buddy.
Yeah, BB. Hey, BB.
Yeah, give him a little. Come
Baby.
on, Jim. And
Encouragement.
then this
BB.
apparently strike explodes over my head.
Yeah, like a firework.
Yeah, so now I don't need to be cautious about it. I'm just gonna drag him along to battle.
Yeah. What?
To battle.
Oh, to battle. Sorry. Do something else. You feel his bony hand in your hand as you lead him across the battlefield. You're still invisible.
Yeah.
Can you be
But
skipping over the field?
he's kind of tripping through the snow. But I guess
I'm not.
to an untrained eye, it could look like skipping, but he's mostly tripping. As you run towards the caravan, double speed.
Do I still have an action? Or was that my action grabbing
well-
his hand?
No, it's fine. If you want to go 30 feet, and you still be 90 feet out from the second rear caravan.
Can I see any of these?
Yes, you can.
Well, now that they know what's happening.
Yes. Well, you're
and
still
I'm
invisible. You are
I'm
invisible.
gonna magic missile them.
You're
Nice.
gonna put him on the magic missile.
No, then he'd explode.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a bit on the nose, putting him on a missile.
He'll reform.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's not.
Oh.
Oh.
We could try.
That's not gonna happen.
So I think
I'd like to do it as a level 3
Mhm.
too.
Right. So level 3. So it's normally a level 1 spell. Is that correct?
Mhm.
So you do 5d4 plus 5.
Yep.
Roll to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Plus what though?
Oh no,
Oh,
no, it's just
yeah.
damage. Auto hits.
Oh, it is.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cool.
you don't need to roll to hit.
Oh, good.
Just do
You
the
just said
5d4
roll.
plus 5.
Oh, okay. 3.
Yep.
2.
5.
2.
7.
1.
8.
3.
11 plus 5. 16 points of damage. You obliterate the next Goliath in the caravan trail as it just leaves a smoking ruin where his back and torso used to be. He drops to the ground before you can even get a shout off. However, your invisibility does dissipate. You're now visible to all,
Okay.
hand in hand with
Holding him.
Following Betty Jim.
with Jim, but your right hand is still smoking from the magic missile that had been cast.
Why are you holding hands?
Well, because I needed him to come along.
Yeah,
I know
and you
to
couldn't
make
see
me
him.
Visible.
Does Jim realise that
Makes
he's being dragged along by?
Yeah.
He just went with it.
Like,
Maybe he
He sounds
recognises.
like that's
Jim
the
just
character.
goes along with everything.
Yeah.
Maybe he
Maybe-
recognises the touch. I don't know. Gorza.
I am going
The
to run
touch.
towards them.
Yeah.
It says how far away are they?
They are 120 feet from you currently.
Okay, I've got a speed of 40 feet, but
Yes.
it also says aggressive as a bonus action. You can move, but I don't think it's. You can move up to your speed towards.
Which
an
is
enemy.
40.
Okay, so 80.
You can go 80,
Okay,
and you can spend an action and go another 40 if you wanted
so
to.
I'll be up with them then.
Yeah, so you'd be
Okay,
in
yeah.
their face. You still wouldn't be able to do anything with
But I
that
get
round.
another action, though, right?
No, you'd have to spend your action to get that additional
But don't I
40
get
feet.
two?
Well, you get an action, and as part of that action, you can do 2 attacks.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah.
It's not 2 actions.
Oh, well, I'll do. The...
Or you can go 80 feet and then chuck a javelin.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Groovy. So you just start foaming at the mouth, hands and face still covered in blood.
Yeah.
Uh,
everywhere.
I guess there's teeth on your face.
There's teeth in my face.
Yeah, stuck in your
Ugh.
cheeks.
Uh,
Roll to hit.
8 plus 8, 16.
That hits.
1d6 plus 5.
You don't like it now? You don't like her?
I just think that's a bit twisted.
That's what you have to
You
live
treat
with.
you cheese grated someone.
9 points of damage.
You
Face.
did just
Yeah.
literally like 10 minutes ago.
True.
Cheese grates
Cheese
someone.
grated.
You just impale this one guy in the shoulder. He's still alive, but just barely. He's trying to pull the javelin out of his shoulder. But you can throw another javelin. You've got 2 attacks.
Oh,
You've got
yeah,
2 attacks
cool.
per
I'll
action.
go do that. 15 plus 8.
Yeah, that hits again.
3 plus 5.
This second one skewers him in the gut, and he goes down, pouring blood, hot blood all over the cold snow. Sure, it steams up as he bleeds out.
Nice. I enjoy that.
So that's 4 down.
How many are there?
13. 9 left. And I think now we have to roll initiative.
We went already?
No, that was very surprising
Sneak
for them. Everybody involved.
17. 5. 17.
That's quite possibly the worst advantage I've ever done. Went from natural 1 to a 2.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. Yeah.
5 over.
50. What do you get?
Oh. 6.
6.
Did you work out your hit points thing with it?
Brom.
Oh no.
What's that?
I took a short rest, but it didn't reset any of my hit points.
Oh, just fill it up into full.
Just before.
Yeah. Did you get? 5. Bess.
Yeah, more
Good.
than that.
16.
Whoa. Gorza.
18.
Whoa. Gorza, you're up.
I walk another 5 feet
Yep.
to the next one. And
Well, the next one's now. Well, yeah, you close 40 feet,
the
standing
bonus
next to the one that you've impaled, and about 10 feet in front of them is the next one. So you
Um,
can just do the aggressive thing again.
okay.
Just charge straight at them.
And this
What we go?
time,
Base to base
I'll
combat.
swing my great axe.
Yep.
at their face.
Yeah.
Natural 1. Do I
Okay.
do anything different for rage?
It would give you additional damage.
Okay. Yeah, natural 1.
So yeah, you go to swipe and you just impale your axe in the side of their caravan. Like it's kind of stuck there for a second. You have to pull it out again, and the caravan wheel just buckles, and the whole thing like stops and brings the entire thing to a halt.
I swing it back at
Okay.
their face.
Yeah.
10 plus 8, 18.
18. That definitely hits.
Oh shit, I was rolling both times with a d12.
Oh, okay. Then you didn't naturally won that one. Then roll again from the
My
top.
own stupid fault, though.
That's very Gorza of you.
I only rolled a 2 though the second time.
2 plus
2 plus 8.
8, 10. Yeah, that does not hit. But at least you don't impale your. Destroy the cart that's next to you.
And the natural 1.
Okay. So the second one does. You're like.
I'd say
It's it gets in the snow, and as you try and pick it up out of the snow, you just get the axe stuck on the underside of the cart now. You're, like, tum,
That's
tum,
embarrassing.
you're trying to like pull the whole caravan with you as you're trying to get your axe back
The
unstuck.
natural 1 was fate and I couldn't escape
No, apparently not. There's no cheating fate. We're on to 16. Gur, the manslayer.
There's still some outside of this covered caravan, right?
Yeah, no one's inside it, as far as you can see at least.
And
All
I
the
don't
guards
know
are on the exterior.
What Nantek?
Yep, Nantek.
Nantek. Yeah, see, that's close.
Nantek
Nantek.
Shieldshatter
I don't know what
Dronaanojanii.
he looks like, right?
You don't know.
I don't know.
No.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna fire
Well,
off some.
why don't you roll a history check, actually?
Okay.
He's famous enough that you might know.
He's
Yes,
famous.
you know what he looks like.
Can I
He's
see
got
him?
very distinctive tattoos all over him. Roll a perception check.
9.
You don't see him in the immediate vicinity.
Okay.
There's
But I know that he has tattoos now.
everybody's glass traditionally all have tattoos, but you know specifically like the type of tattoos that he has, so you can quite easily recognize him.
Okay.
It's like a status symbol.
Well, then
Types of tattoos that they all have.
I'm just gonna fire off some more magic missiles.
Cool.
Yeah.
What level?
2.
2. So 4d4 plus 4.
3.
Yep.
2.
5.
3.
8.
1.
Plus 4.
13.
13. Another one bites the dust.
Later.
Yes, it's from 5. So up to me now.
Can I point Jim?
Yes. Oh, yes, you can. To another one.
Yeah.
He runs up and tries to swipe the one that you were trying to attack. It's the closest one. He gets a 19.
Oh boy, Jim.
Damage isn't great, but he just he's got a really like pitted, terrible like short sword, and he just more like cheese grates the guy's leg than cuts into it. Just like taking all the skin off of like his calf. The
job,
guy
Jim.
screams out in pain.
Does he take the skin and put it
On himself?
No,
No.
so weirdly enough, he doesn't do that.
Funny.
Yeah.
Funny that.
I might pick it up on the way through.
Yeah, sure. I mean, don't let good skin go to waste.
That's what they
That's
all
what we all say.
Yeah, that's the
That's our
old,
group motto.
Don't
yeah,
let good
the
skin go
Swiftmaw Horde. Don't let good skin go to waste. The old adage. Groovy. Now it's they're all going to converge on you guys. So there is 7 of them. They're going to
Alright.
charge.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
there? You. 4 on you. And who else is up there with? You killed the other one, but you did it at range.
Fired, yeah.
So
But
Jim.
Jim's right up in their face.
So yeah, 4 and 3. Let's go for it. So plus 3 to hit. 21. 22.
Hits.
Oh shit.
Rolling hot. 19.
Hits.
And last one is only a 10.
Does not hit.
They do. Terrible. Terrible. That's a better 8. Plus 3. 11 points of slashing damage. Ah, but you are raging, aren't you?
Yeah.
So actually you would have taken 1, 2, and then 7, 6, 3. You take only 5 points of slashing damage from these glads.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't add any extra. Wait, I didn't hit anyone, did I?
You can't. So as you're like trying to get your battle axe out, these guys just all bundle on you, and they that start cutting you up, but you're in such a rage you barely feel the pain at all. And then on Jim. Natural 20.
No, Jim.
The end of Jim.
Miss. And
I
that will
thought
hit.
we had more time.
Ooh,
You're gonna cry if Jim dies.
we've got 11,
I can make another Jim.
11, 12.
Oh,
I
savage.
expected better of you.
I'm a
14.
bad guy.
Savage.
Yeah, but there are bad guys and then there are monsters.
You were
He
looking
cheese grated somebody.
That's fine.
She
There's
folded the
no
guy
one
in half.
like Jim.
That's fine.
No one like Jim.
Make a Jim out of a Goliath.
Yeah.
Tall Jim.
Big
Goliath
Jim.
Big Jim.
Jimbo.
Yeah, bring one of the dead
Jim.
Goliaths. Bring one of the dead Goliaths back.
Yeah, I guess I can do that.
You're also just replacing Jim. Like, he means nothing to us.
Jimbo.
Jim's a sex pest.
Yeah. So they do all bundle on Jim and they just tear him to pieces. Like limb from limb. Just scatter his bone.
Jim, man.
Scatter his bones into the snow.
That's,
There goes your bone, buddy.
I'll get more bad buddies.
I can't believe you're not even upset.
Rest
I'm
in peace,
upset.
little sex pest.
Pretty upset about
I'm
that.
remotely upset about Jim.
Rest
I think
in
it's
peace,
funny when
Jim.
he lost his
R.I.P..
bone, buddy.
Rest
Hey.
in peace.
Rip in peace.
Shut up. It's no time for laughing. He's dead.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
tapping
a
back.
tragic end for Jim there.
Bye,
We're-
Jim.
oh.
You were a spoopy friend.
You dirty little
Spoopy.
Vest.
bastard.
Talking of spoopy friends.
Like spooky.
What's
How far away?
spooky, man?
Like spooky.
If you,
You're 1,000 years
if you haven't
old.
moved,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
where
haven't,
you?
you're 120 feet
Come on,
away.
Are you actually
120.
birthday
Yeah.
from the 1920s?
I want to know more about all of this talking you're doing to the sky.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She's going to kill
Birdie.
us all.
But
I would like to. If I do slow.
Yeah.
What does that actually do?
If they've got multiple actions, they only have one action. I think they can either choose to do an action or a bonus action. I think it halves their movement. This is just off the top of my head, so I believe it does.
Oh, I thought it'd be like they freeze in time. at the beginning
There is a
and
hold
stuff down.
person spell.
Pardon?
There is a hold person or hold
I
monster.
do not have that. Never mind. I
Let's
shall.
double check.
Sure.
6 creatures of your choice in a 40-foot cube within range. Each target must succeed a wisdom saving throw. Speed is halved, takes a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws. Can't use reactions. On its turn, it can use an action or a bonus action. So you can do up to 6 creatures. And there are 7 creatures around Gorza now.
Which doesn't mean that much to me. Although she did do the fun stuff with the apples.
That's true.
feel like
I will do that.
Okay, they have to do a wisdom saving throw. What's your spell DC? They're on top of your spell list. I'll start rolling some bones. Sorry, too soon.
How do I do that?
Too
Sorry.
soon,
Oh,
man.
Not
15.
in front of Jim.
15.
15. Fail. 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 Just.
You broken.
Fail.
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 He's trying to restart.
All 6 failed. With 2 natural ones. So as they're wailing on Jim, they're like slow motion, like beating him up now. Same on you. They're cutting you, like they've been slicing at you, and suddenly their movements slow to like as if they were moving through treacle. Yeah, they're a lot easier to hit now as well.
I'll avenge you, Jim. Will avenge you, Jim.
As Vess is, do you want to move up? Do
Jim.
you want to move at all? Do you want to move closer?
Obsessive?
Yeah.
So you go
Who's
your
our-
speed, which is 25 feet, so you're now 95 feet away from the caravan. Keeping up with it, and
Could've been
we're
your
on
bonus.
6 with 50.
Who's our bum?
Is
And then
the
Bronk.
floor snowy
Yes.
or icy?
Snowy.
Snowy.
Yeah, they're
okay.
ploughing through snow.
So I can't make them slip over.
They're ploughing that furrow of snow.
Don't do that when Jim's not here.
Sorry.
Jim used to love that joke.
His teeth would chatter. We could have just been cold. Don't know.
Make no
Yeah,
bones
but-
about it.
Ew.
Can you get out, please? I'm not joking.
I'm just
Yeah, he
gonna
wouldn't have liked that joke.
try and sneak up on one of them
She's
again
telling you to leave.
and sneak
Sure.
back. Yeah. Hoping
Like,
that
get
they're
out the room.
distracted by
Oh yeah, okay.
beating Jim to death.
Roll a stealth check.
23.
Yes, that is more than enough to get past their sight. They can't roll high enough to get 23. Yeah, and you jump on one of their backs.
Yep, I'm gonna take 2 daggers.
Cool.
And just
Side of the head.
Them.
Roll to hit. Roll to hit the first one.
It is a
D20 to hit? Yeah.
Sorry.
Did slow affect all of them?
Yes, all 6. There was 7 though, so one of them hasn't been affected.
Okay.
12.
12 hits. Yeah. Roll 1d4 plus 3d6.
1d4. 2.
2.
Plus 4.
3d6. Oh, yeah, 3d6.
And then 3d6.
Yeah.
1.
So 5,
1.
6,
1.
7.
Great.
Yes, these are very badly hurt. Oh. Cool. Oh, you got the other dagger?
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
18.
18 hits. Roll 1d4.
1.
That's enough to kill it. You don't add anything to it. Add 1 hit point. Yeah, so with the last one, you just like impale in its temples. Its eyes roll back in its head. Collapses underneath your weight.
Cool.
As you're just like stabbing it repeatedly on the ground. For Jim.
That's for Jim! So no one else needs to carry on.
Oh.
You were so close to Jim.
Bronk,
Yo.
you're up.
What's around me? How close am I to everything?
Where am I?
You're about you're about 10 feet away
From all the slow
from the
mo.
horde. Yeah, from the slow motion.
Is the fast one doing anything?
Same but faster. As the
Same
others.
but different.
I'm gonna target him with my crossbow.
Okay.
And then I've got extra attack.
Yes.
Can I use that?
Extra. So not on the crossbow. You can use it with the melee weapon. We should have been doing that all along. You should have been doing 2 attacks, much like Gauze has been doing. Read the character sheet.
Too busy shooting yourself in the neck.
Sorry,
Too
okay.
busy watching her.
Because crossbow is loading, so it usurps the extra attack. But if you go in melee, you can just step 10 feet up to them, and well with your morning star, you can do 2 attacks.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go for the slow mo people
Okay, with
because I can
your,
really line out with
your morning star.
with my morning star. Now I
Yeah.
can do 2.
You wade in, roll the hit.
Let's do it. 22
Hits,
and 26.
both hit. Roll your damage.
So it's 12 on the first one.
One's dead, and
And
you swing over to another slow mo guy.
an 11.
He's also dead. Brained. They fall down slowly, like an old person falling over.
Don't make eye contact.
Still doing it.
Yeah, so you just tonk tonk, both down.
I like that you had a moment of weakness earlier when you thought, maybe, no.
No, gone again.
We're back to the top. I think so. 18. Gauza.
I'm gonna hit my slow-mo friends.
Yes.
Is it advantage or do they just have lower DC?
No, it's got lower AC, so easy to hit.
12 plus 8.
Hits.
So
1d12.
1d12 plus 5, and then whatever 2 is it for the rage?
Yeah, for rage. Yeah, I think so.
4 plus 5, 9, 10, 11.
Dead.
Dead?
Dude.
Next one.
Next one. 7 plus 8,
Hits.
9 plus 5 plus 2.
Dead. One guy left.
Okay, I wipe their blood on my face.
Okay, with the battle axe.
Have we
So
killed
you press the battle axe against your face.
Yes.
Ow, ow.
What's the guy?
Jamma Jam?
Yeah, is Jim Jam still alive?
Not
Jim.
Jim.
Not Jim.
Don't talk about Jim
Jam.
like that.
You haven't seen him yet.
Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah. In fact, actually, that's 10. Kill the other 2. It's 12. Everyone's dead around you. It's at this point that you see someone step out from the head of the caravan. This person is wearing, unlike the others, which are just wearing like furs and leathers and hide armor, this guy is in full plate, head to toe. So he's got helmet, breastplate, gauntlets, greaves, everything, the full business. And he's also got a giant great sword slung over his shoulder. You recognise the tattoos in between the armor plates, and you two definitely know who this is. This is the spawn of the Dronaanojanii.
Are we still in initiative?
Job.
Yes, you are.
Can I use my movement and bonus action thing to just run towards him screaming?
Totally, yeah. You can really gap on his grill.
Nice.
I'm gonna end up doing the same as well in a sec.
Groovy.
Coughing everything
Yeah,
out.
so you know, like you're just charging and foaming at your mouth, covered in the blood of his friend.
Yeah.
And then we're on to 16 Gur.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Nice.
Enfeeblement.
Ray of
I love that Ray.
Black
cute.
beam of enervating,
Innovating, yeah.
Undulating.
undulating energy springs from your finger toward a
Okay.
creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack on the target.
Yep.
On hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends.
And that's what he does. He's a strength-based character. So roll to hit.
17.
Just not quite enough.
What?
Oh,
Because
Misses.
of all his armor.
He is a full-plated mofo. So he literally puts one shoulder down and it just glances off his armor. This black energy just gets reflected off. And this big, wide, toothy smile plays across his face. And he just
Still.
points past Gorza at you. He has to lean around you. Just points right at your
Literally
face.
screaming in his face. And
Yeah.
he's not even paying attention.
No.
That's cool.
We're down to 14. Me. Oh, it's me. I know me. He runs past you. You get an attack of opportunity.
Yay. Just roll to hit
Yep.
normally. Do
Yeah.
I get anything extra for
No.
raging? 17
Roll to
plus 8.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely hit.
And then is it still D12 plus 5 plus 2?
Yes, he's still raging.
1, 6, 7, 8.
He just takes it on the shoulder. It barely slows him down. To a very faint trickle of blood and to like a slightly crushed armor plate. And he just runs straight for you
Right.
and gets a long sword out and just tries to sweep up and tries to carve you from going to stun him. Let's go. Natural 20.
Oh,
shit.
crit.
I need my sternum. My groin.
An 18 plus 9, 27.
Ooh.
And another 18, so another 27.
I died.
No, he's not double yet.
No, I haven't done the damage yet.
Oh.
What?
That was just to hit.
Oh, okay.
That was an natural 20 and then a 27 to hit and a 27 to hit. He's done 3 attacks.
I know. I was like, all right, well, there goes all of my hit points.
Yeah.
And then some.
So he does. Oh, we'll just roll it.
Possibly more.
Only my enfeeblement worked.
8, 9.
Well, doubled.
I might
12
still just be dead.
It might be worse.
plus 5, 17, 24, 34, 41 points of damage.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm dead.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
just
Bye,
straight up,
everybody.
and you just fall.
Right.
You,
Still-
you get
Good
taken. You get literally taken off of your feet
You couldn't
and
look at that gem.
thrown 5-10 feet away.
No.
Your body just smashes into one of the caravans, like breaking all the boards and some of your bones as well. You just fall down like a sack of bones.
Whatever.
No
What's
one
in
has
the
to
Like a
do
sack of bones.
No idea.
Jam it, jam.
Just
I can't.
That was his go.
41?
was it 5?
41. How many hit points did you have?
32.
Ah, yes, you are unconscious.
Failure.
You're just unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
You're not dead yet.
Well.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
don't think any of us got healing powers, have we?
I don't think anyone would
I have
bother.
some.
We don't care.
Yeah.
No.
Tim broke.
His eyes were like.
Vess. There we go.
Yes.
Your go.
So can you remind me how far away I am from
95 feet.
95 feet?
Yes.
Why do I feel Vess is going to do something like.
I'm not.
She's been talking to this guy for hours.
Does it count as an activity? Is my go if like I move and also attack?
That's fine. Yeah, you can do both. Do action, a bonus action, and a movement.
How far can I go?
25 feet, so you can get to 70 feet away.
That's not gonna help me. I'll do Eldritch Blast because I'm still too far away.
Yeah, roll to hit. Plus 6.
23.
That hits. Roll 1d10 plus 3.
12.
12 points of damage. Yes, as that impacts his chest, and
Who's this? The guy?
yeah, the main guy, and he takes a step back as the force hits his chest. Takes one step back, and then just points at you. This time,
Hello.
and then we're on
one for words, is
to
it?
50.
Me.
Yes,
Not one for
Is
words.
he looking at me?
he's looking directly at Vess.
Okay, can I sneak up behind him?
Yeah, roll a stealth check.
23.
He might be able to see you.
What?
Maybe he's got a better
Oh shit.
perception than the other guys, but he does not see you.
Okay, and then I'm going to use assassinate again.
This creature is already gone ahead of you, so you can't assassinate this
Oh,
guy.
he's already gone. Okay, in that case.
He's higher initiative than you.
I
You
can
can
use
still do
sneak attack.
you still use sneak attack.
Yeah.
You still get your 3d6 if you hit him.
I'm going to use my short sword in that case.
Cool. Roll to hit.
Um, 12.
12. You try and leap on his back this time, but you just can't get the short sword in any part of his plate armor. Trying to jab it in there somewhere, it's just solid. And he just shrugs you off. Doesn't even look back. He's still focused on Vess. And then we are down to Bromk.
No.
You're up. This is the child of
She
the
was one
person
of
that
the
put you to the
crocodile
ground and killed your entire
Don't
mercenary.
give a
unit.
shit about you.
Yeah,
Jim is not
I've literally got to lose my shit on this guy.
Yeah.
Does he run past me because of this one?
Yes. He seems to be particularly agitated at spellcasters more than melee.
Okay. Just so I can get a double attack, I'm gonna have to use my melee. But I'm gonna attack from behind and run after him,
Roll to hit.
screaming.
Yeah. You get 2 attacks.
Guy.
No, it's a choir.
Yeah. But he's a particularly large Goliath. He's 7.5, nearly 8 feet tall. Heavily armoured in plate.
14.
Misses. Well, it doesn't miss, but it just tongue off his back.
9.
9. And yeah, he just the last one, he just bounces off of his upper arm, and the second one he just take another swing and he just catches the Morning Star in his hand, pushes it away. Doesn't even look at you and starts stalking off after Vess.
Oh, I don't like this guy.
Bromp now at top. Up back to the top of Gorza.
How far away is he from me now?
He ran up to there, so probably you went 40 feet. So you probably went a similar 40 feet.
Okay, so I can catch up to him.
Yep.
With a movement. Okay, and then I try and put my great axe into his head.
Roll to hit.
It's a great axe.
19.
19 hits.
Nice.
3 plus 5 plus 2.
10 points of damage.
And then again. 16 plus 8.
That hits. 24.
8 plus 5 plus 2. 15.
15. Nice.
25.
Got it. Cool. He's still going. He staggers him forward a little bit. This time he does look over his shoulder at you and just narrows his eyes.
And
but
split
then
blood in his face.
he just wipes it away, the back of his hand, flicks it to the ground,
He sounds
shrugs
like
it off.
It's a shame. I was going to kill.
Right, and we're on to Gur.
Death
Now.
saving.
Nope.
No.
No.
Oh, I'm a necromancer.
So,
I'm
do
a
you
spooky necromancer.
you are very familiar with death and all of its trappings. You surround yourself with corpses and the undead and bones and zombies more than you interact with people in life.
Bone daddy.
That explains a lot.
So when you hit the ground, you know you're facing the same fate.
Yep.
And you accept it. You're not scared. This is something that you've kind of almost been excited for. And as you accept your fate, your mentor comes to you, Thavern.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see his outlined purple visage made of stars in this dark night. He reaches out a hand to you and says, Grr, Not your time. I can bring you back, but you won't be coming back to the world of the living. You will join me in undeath. This is your choice. Die as nature intended, or live again as a lich.
Lich.
As one of the undead, the ever-living.
That's.
What do you choose?
I want to be unliving.
You want to be a lich.
Take my
So
hand.
you want to be a lich.
And he reaches
I
out
want
this.
to be a lich.
He reaches out this 6-fingered hand towards you. He's covered in his big cowl. The cowl is not fine at all. It's just ratty and
Not like
it used to be
mine.
black. Yeah. You can't see his features. You've never seen his features, but his entire form is constantly like shifting, as if there's like creatures crawling underneath the cowl, underneath the robes that he's wearing. You can even see like these skeletal hands like passing over in front of the hood and back inside his robes. And he reaches his sort of leather-bound hand out towards you.
I was already holding a skeleton hand earlier today, so.
Moved on so quickly.
Yep.
And he pulls you. And as he pulls you, you stand up in real life. But you look down and your rib cage is shattered. You're being pierced by the sword several times, but it doesn't. You don't feel pain. You don't feel cold anymore. You feel nothing.
Cool.
You no longer have to breathe. You no longer feel pain.
Bone Daddy's
You are
back, baby.
And
You
the
were
other
always
gift
Jim.
that your master inters upon you is a one-time spell called Finger of Death. I thought you'd like that one.
Sorry.
It's got a range of 60 feet. You send negative energy coursing through a creature that you can see within range, causing it searing pain. The target must make a Constitution saving throw or take a lot of damage.
I'm gonna finger of death this guy to death.
Okay. This guy needs to make a Constitution saving throw. So your DC is 15. He rolls a 9 plus 2, 11. Roll for me 7d8 plus 30 necrotic damage.
8. 8.
16,
4.
20,
8.
28,
6.
34,
1.
35,
1.
36. I think that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Plus 30?
Hmm?
What did you say?
Yeah, plus 30. So
66.
You take 66 damage.
Did I
Jeez.
finger him to death?
No, but as this crackling negative necrotic energy hits him, it just starts sucking all of the life force out of him, and he starts like shriveling. His skin goes
Shame.
even grayer. Like his hair starts falling out, and he just shrivels up. And as he tries to scream, it just becomes a tight croak, and even there's like a gout of dust that just emanates out of his mouth.
I'm cool.
Now we're on to. That was good. His go. He's like, I killed you. Stay down, and he runs at you.
He's still alive.
Yeah,
After
He had a lot.
He's just really
66.
old now.
yeah. He's just a really old man running towards you.
Does his plate armor still fit him?
It's sagging a lot in places, and he now has disadvantage because he's so like desiccated. So he's a miss.
Sweet Jesus.
A 10 plus 9, 19 damage. 19. Oh, AC
I'm
19.
still on the failure success.
Oh, you're back up to full hit points.
Cool.
So I think a 19 hits. And does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 hits.
2 hits.
You take 24 slashing damage.
No,
But as he's swinging the sword, you can see he's exhausted. He's just like panting, and he almost starts leaning on the greatsword after the third attack. And then we're on to Vess.
Am I close enough that I can actually go run up to him?
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. No, sorry, you're really far away, weren't you? So you got to 70 feet, so you can get to 45 feet away from him this round.
Eldritch Blast.
Hmm?
Eldritch Blast.
Sorry, did you say 45 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. I wave at him to get his attention so that he makes eye contact with me.
Okay.
And I look at him. You are old.
Damn, you're old.
You disgust me.
You so
Damn.
I use vicious mockery. You
Yeah.
look worse than the thumb man that we just saw.
And he was a thumb.
You look worse than the thumb. If you can imagine that. He got an 8, so he fails. Roll your vicious mockery damage. As you hurt
He's
his
old
soul.
and embarrassed.
He feels shame.
He wets himself.
Aw.
4.
Yep.
8.
Just get fingered.
8 damage.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fingered.
No wonder it's a shame.
Yeah. He just grips his head and starts shaking. And looks at his like shriveled, veiny hand, and says, "Why? Why am I so old? This makes no sense." 50. You're up.
Still alive.
I'm quite far away from him now, aren't I?
Yeah, he moved away from you. Or, no, didn't you jump on his back last time?
Yeah.
And then he moved.
But then he ran towards
Yes.
there.
Are you still
Yes.
in
and then ran towards.
Yeah. So you're like 40 feet away from him.
So far enough to use a short bow.
Yes.
I use a short bow.
Roll to hit.
You very short.
8 plus 7.
15 does not hit, unfortunately. No, just tang off his like loosely fitting armor now.
Feel a bit useless in this fight.
Bromk.
I'm going to get my crossbow out.
Okay.
And take my time in actually aiming.
Yeah.
By going for the back of his head.
Go for it.
What did I do? Crossbow.
Yes.
16 plus 6, so 24.
That hits.
No, yeah.
22.
22.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn. 1d10? Is it good large?
D8 plus
D8.
3. 6.
6 in total?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, you just insert the bolt in like one of the sagging plates in his back, and you just see blood start pouring out from the shining like titanium armor that he's got on there, dripping onto the snow. He goes down to one knee. Gorza.
How far away?
He's 40 feet away from you.
I
Again.
don't know. I go up to him. I hit him with my axe.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I know. 17 plus 8.
That hits.
8 plus 2 plus 15.
How do you deliver this killing blow?
Yeah!
I want to get him on his knees and chop his head off.
So you just kick his other knee out from underneath him.
Dead
So he's now on both knees.
Yeah. Dead leg shot.
But he still looks up in defiance, dead in the eyes, and you just take his head clean off. It spins out and just hits the snow, leaving a red bloody trail as
Kick
it
his
bounces
body
along.
so it falls in the snow.
Yeah, it just spurts out all this blood into the white snow.
It could have been great.
High five.
The son of your mortal enemy has been murdered by your hands.
Yeah.
You have won this day. And that'll be it for our Halloween special.
Wait, before we go, can I animate the dead,
Which one?
Jim?
Which one do you think?
Normally, when a creature has been animated and then killed again, that's usually it for them. But I will let you roll an Arcana check to see if you can save Jim. DC 10.
Come back, Jim.
8 plus 7.
15.
Oh, man, Jim. Oh,
Jim
man.
lives again.
Jim returns.
He reassembles, face down on the snow
You sicko.
as he's scrambling, doesn't know where he is. His eye sockets are full of snow, and he's just kicking his back legs out and
You'll be
wiggling
all right,
around.
Jim.
Yeah.
Get on up.
Who knew that this Halloween episode would actually be a love story?
Yeah.
Aww.
Who knew that your character would be such a sex
Who knew?
So on that note, that's the end of our Halloween special. Thank you very much for joining. Now, I'd like to thank Ellie, Josh, Annie, Khalil, and Alice. If you'd like to plug your social media handles, now is an amazing time to do so.
At Ellie Bav.
At MCM Josh.
At Annie_squirrel.
At Bone Daddy, the big baddie.
Oh my god, don't look that up. At ALECYE.
And I'm at MCM_Tim. So just remember, if you don't know what to do, just roll over and die. Spookily! Spookily!
Stay
Cool.